Welcome to Paducah View. I'm Public Information Officer Pam Spencer. You've heard the phrase, share the road, but do you know the rules and regulations for bicycles in the City of Paducah? Paducah Police Sgt. Steve Smith is here to give us some reminders that hopefully will help drivers and bicyclists share the road a little easier.
In the City of Paducah, when you're riding a bike, and it's a great place to ride bikes, you always want to think about safety. One of the aspects is being, the biggest one is you're on the road with motor vehicles. The common thing, share the road, not only for the bicyclist, but also for the motorist. You always have to be aware of each other. And as a bicycle rider or a cyclist, you have to obey the laws, and there are laws. You are a motor vehicle on the roadway, so you have to treat every traffic signal, traffic control device as you would if you're in a car. Stop at all stop signs, stop at all red lights, using hand signals to alert motorists if you're going to turn left, to turn right. So knowing your hand signals, and then being on the right side of the road. You ride with the flow of traffic, not the opposite way, just like you're in a car. You're not going to go down the wrong lane the wrong way. So you want to be on the right side of the road, as far over to the road as safely as possible. If you're riding downtown on the right side of the road, you have to be aware of the cars that park on the right side of the road and doors opening. So you have to be able to give yourself a little bit of space if a door opens to either brake or swerve into the lane, but with swerving into the lane, you have to be aware of the motor vehicles. A lot of cyclists have a side mirror or view rear mirror that actually comes off their helmet, and they can actually see from their left side because they're going to be on the right side and they're going to be able to see anything coming up on the left side. Or a quick, just looking over the shoulder, proper technique will allow you to do that and to be able to get over in a safe manner. If a car is riding next to you, you always want to look at their right front tire. That right front tire is going to be able to tell you if they're going to turn right into you or they're going to turn left or what they're going to do. So you have to be extra cautious as a cyclist. And there are city ordinances that will tell you what to do and what not to do. For instance, if you're 14 years or younger, you can ride on the sidewalk in a residential area. If you're over the age of 14, you cannot ride on a sidewalk in a residential area. There is no riding on sidewalks in the business districts. So if you're downtown, you can't ride on the sidewalks. However many seats are on the bike is however many people can be on the bike. So you can't ride on the handlebars or the top tube or the back pegs. If it's a tandem bike and it has 2 seats, then of course you can have 2 people on the bike. But all these rules are made for safety. And the one rule that isn't there, that I think should be, is helmets. Too many times we've seen cyclists be hit by a car or even just falling, or there's debris in the roadway and they hit that and they fall and they hit their head. And just a slight head injury, a concussion or anything like that, that helmet's going to be able to prevent that. On the bicycle, city ordinance says if you're going to ride at night, you have to have a white light on the front of your bike that can be seen 500 feet away. And on the rear of your bike, you have to have a red light and also 500 feet. That's going to allow any motorist that's coming head on or from behind to be able to see you and know that you're there. Too many times, because the cyclist is going approximately 5 to 10 miles an hour, as opposed to a motorist who's doing 30 to 35 in a slower area, they're right up on the cyclist, and before they know it, it's too late. Reflection. One of the things that we try to incorporate on the police bike squad is reflective material. The most common thing for a motorist to see for a bicyclist is that pedaling motion. So when their headlights hit the leg or the reflectors on the pedals and they see that constant circle, the 2 circles, automatically they're going to know that's a bicyclist, and they're going to slow down and pay them mind and slow down as they pass. Make sure that your reflectors on your wheels are there because it does that circle motion. The biggest thing that I see is there's enough reflection coming from the front and the back, but when someone's coming from the side of a cyclist, there's not a lot of reflection there. So you have to be aware of that. And any kind of reflection down your leg, on the side of your shoes, it's going to help. And also, proper bike fit is huge. And doing a check before you ride, make sure your brakes are working. Make sure that you have enough air in your tires. A lot of times people don't pay attention to that and they ride with low air pressure, which is also going to cause flats and can cause safety issues when you're riding. The Paducah Police Department's Bike Patrol, we've got approximately 10 or 11 bikes in our fleet, and we're starting to get it really incorporated into our patrol when we have the manpower to assist us. And it's great. We're able to go down to the community events downtown. A lot of times our patrol officers that are certified will actually ride through their neighborhoods, their zones, when they get a chance. I love to get out there on the bike when I can. And to see the neighbors' reactions. They love seeing us out there on the bikes. We're not in a car with our windows rolled up, so we're a lot more approachable, and the neighbors talk to us and we'll stop and talk to them. Also, I think it's a great thing for deterring crime, and we actually catch a lot on bikes because criminals aren't used to us being on bikes and coming through the alleyways and down the road. But the police bike unit, like I said, we try to get out there really in the downtown community when we have the big events. Now sometimes like barbecue on the river, we can't get a bike through there. You can barely walk through there. There's so many people. But we'll be on the outskirts in the parking lots and where there's a lot of theft from vehicles and things like that. The Greenway Trail is, of course, a big area now, and with it going from downtown all the way out through the Noble Park area. A lot of runners are out there. So where a bike is better than a car is because we can actually get into places that cars can't, such as the Greenway Trail. The police bike unit is a great thing, and if you see us out in your neighborhood, feel free to wave and chat with us.
Here's one last reminder about being visible while riding a bicycle. Wear neon, fluorescent, or other bright colors when riding day or night. Remember, just because you can see a driver doesn't mean the driver can see you. Thank you for watching Paducah View.